Only thing with the White Sox, I say they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt.
How are we doing today? This is a great, wonderful evening. The day before football is back officially. It's football fucking eve! Let's go.
Oh my god, it's that time of the year.
The day before.
Oh,
how we feeling? Everyone has hope right now, except maybe Chiefs fans because Kelsey tore his ACL. But that's joking. Hyperextension. Hello, I'm T-Bone. Kyle's with me. This is MV3. How we doing?
Oh, we're doing great. It is the greatest time of the year. We already have a college football week down and NFL Eve. The NFL season start Eve is here. So it's a good day. It's a good day.
It's a good day. It's a good fucking day. You know, we're just going to roll just the two of us today. Everyone else sucks, I guess. It's like 2:00 over where Keith is, so I don't know what he's doing. Probably working.
Keith just hates us.
That's also plausible. I'm not opposed to that being the running theme here.
It's a good theme to have. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but before we really get into it, do we just want to start off with something easy, a little sports knowledge, a little immaculate grid style?
Ooh,
just get rolling.
I like it. I'm ready if you are.
Yeah, all right. Let me pull her up.
All right. Well, while he's doing that, be sure to check us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. YouTube and Facebook are MV3 Podcasts, and Twitch is MV3 Gaming with no G. And then if you want to catch the audio later on tonight, it'll be on Spotify, Google Pods, Apple Pods, anywhere you can find podcasts. Yep. That's MV3 Podcasts. And definitely check out the TikTok. I know T-Bone will be doing some work on there as well.
Yep. Reactions, all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah. They'll be
here we are.
Yeah,
all right. So we got on the top, we have the Seattle Seahawks, the Cleveland Browns, 10 plus sacks in a season since 1999. Going down the left side, we have the Los Angeles Chargers, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Dallas people.
The village people.
The village people of Dallas.
Jeez.
So, not great.
This one's going to be tough.
I think the sacks probably got to be the easiest one, right? Like, that's probably the easier ones.
I mean, Cowboys, you could probably mark off DeMarcus Lawrence. Could probably mark off
DeMarcus Ware.
DeMarcus Ware, yeah.
Micah Parsons, maybe?
He didn't always line up on the line, so that one might be up in the air.
He was so good.
Well, yeah.
Jaguars,
the immediately comes to my Jaguars is Calais Campbell.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't know if we're going to pull any other name other than maybe Josh Allen.
Yannick Ngakoue?
Yeah, Ngakoue.
He might have. He wasn't. That's when he was good. You want to go Ware or Lawrence?
Ware. Even though I think both of them are going to be.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure both.
Chargers, Bosa?
Bosa, I doubt Khalil Mack did it for them. I'm trying to think
of Merriman.
Merriman might be up there. I feel like Bosa is going to be the obvious answer. I'm just trying to think of edge rushers for the Chargers. No, Joey. It's Joey.
I know it's Joey. I know.
Okay. All right. I feel like there's an obvious one for Cowboys Browns, and I'm pretty sure it's a receiver.
Oh, Amari Cooper.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Amari Cooper.
Okay. All right. So going
That's
Jags, Browns. Probably a quarterback, eh?
Let's see. Let's run through some shitty Cleveland quarterbacks.
We all love our shitty Cleveland quarterbacks.
Johnny Man, that's false. He's a great.
Thanks, Steven, for the like. Appreciate you.
Woo! Great like.
I like it. We love to see that.
Brandon Whedon.
Mm.
He played on the Cowboys, didn't he?
Justin. Did Justin Blackman play for the Browns?
No.
That'd be a hell of a pull if that was it.
Ugh.
Oh, there we go. Dave's chiming in. He thinks I'm guessing Josh McCown you're thinking of, the travelman himself.
He's got to be on one of these. It wouldn't surprise me. These were probably the two worst teams for a long time. McCown.
Did Jadeveon Clowney play for either the Jags or the Chargers? I don't think so.
Why would that matter? Because they don't cross each other.
No. But for the Browns, because Jadeveon Clowney has played for the Browns.
I see you. Ooh.
There's a receiver too, isn't there?
There's a QB. Cody something.
Kessler?
Yeah, there it is. That's here.
Dave, how we feeling about your Jags this year?
He was in fucking Eagle?
He was definitely an Eagle. Him and Matt Barkley.
This one's easy. This is another, we got to pull TikTok last week. We get to do it again.
Yeah. Gotta love it.
That's easy. The fact that he's so famous, him and his wife are so famous on TikTok, I'm really surprised it's only 4.3.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Okay. This is the lane that I thought we were going to have trouble with. Dallas? No, it was a running back. Homer?
For who?
For Dallas and Seattle. Homer?
Travis Homer? Wasn't that the Lions?
Was it the Lions?
I'm pretty sure Homer played for the. Man, that's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, Cowboy Seahawks. Joey Galloway.
Oh,
he
shit,
started.
man,
He
right.
started in Seattle.
Yep.
That's an easy one.
Ooh, 11% is pretty solid too.
Oh God!
Right. Now here's where it gets real difficult for us.
Didn't the guy's brother who has like
Darren
one
Sproles
hand play here?
Oh, Griffin, Shaquem.
No, the one with it's one of those brothers. But isn't it Shaquille or Shaq?
Dave's trying to help us with all of them.
Chris Clemens. I've never heard of
that.
That
would be Chargers Seahawks though.
Chris Clemens.
I believe so.
I've never.
Yeah,
heard
we're
of
thinking
that name in my life.
Shaq. It's Shaq Griffin, Shaquille Griffin.
Is that who we're thinking of? I
play?
know he played here, right? Because didn't the other Griffin brother play on the Seahawks
They
first,
both
and then
played.
the guy
Both
came
of them
over?
played. No. Shaq started there, and Shaquem got drafted after Shaq.
That's not a real name.
Shaquem.
Yeah, that's not a real name.
Yeah, there you go. Defensive end for Seattle went to isn't it Shaquem though? I don't think it was Shaquille. I thought it was Shaquem. Yeah, there it is.
Shaquem? No, isn't it? It's one of these two.
No, Shaq Leonard is the linebacker who currently plays on the Colts. He's the one who changed his name from Darius Leonard to Shaq Leonard.
Yeah, no, I know that. This is Shaquille Griffin.
Yeah, Shaquille Griffin's a corner. He currently is on. He was. I know for a fact he was on the Seahawks. I know that for a fact.
I know it's one of the brothers. I don't know which one is it.
I mean, if Dave's saying no, Clemens, not Griffin, but yes, Griffin was there.
He for Seattle went to
All right, go for it. Go for it.
This one? Holy
Yes.
fuck. Okay, wow, that was a guess. I knew it was one of those brothers. Couldn't have told you which one it was.
All right, now let's try and pull one out of our ass here.
All right, I'm gonna think defense. Yikes.
I'm trying to think of offensive linemen for some dumbass reason.
Wasn't there a big tackle that played for the Seahawks and then went to the Chargers?
That's what I was thinking, but I can't think of a name. I can't even pull a name out of my ass for that.
Russell Okun.
Tight end? Gerald?
No.
Did Everett play for the Seahawks? Didn't Everett play for the Seahawks? And the
I got it. Don't worry about it. It's Russell
Beautiful.
Okun. I was like, I almost said or, and I was like, that's not right.
That's not right. That's a whole other set of problems. That's a whole other set of problems.
That does not look like who I was thinking of.
I was picturing a big beard.
I'm just gonna. I have his position wrong? Was he not like a big ass tackle? Okay, yeah, he was. Okay,
He was 100% a tackle.
yeah, okay. That just does not look like a big guy.
Right, not our best work, but I mean, we got it.
We kind of breezed through that, to be honest.
Well, there is a lot to go through today, so I'm not upset that we breezed
you know,
through
we know ball. Hashtag we know ball.
that. We know ball.
All right, you know what's up? What's next on this list? Do you know what's up next? Because I know what's up next.
Shall we dive into awards or a certain
Fuck
list? Awards, I'm good with.
Awards plus your Super Bowl matchup and pick. By the way,
I'm good with that.
I need both for that. Let me get my little sheet out here.
Do they do a most improved? Do they do a most improved player in?
So what I have pulled, because I pulled them off of FanDuel. So you have the MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, Offensive Rookie, Defensive Rookie. I didn't put Comeback Player because DeMar Hamlin's like -400, and the guy died on the field. Yeah, I bet it when he was like +500. So no worries.
Good for you.
I believe it dropped to negative something once he made the 53.
Ooh.
So
yeah.
So yeah, I have it written down. I'll go like not least important, but like in reverse order of what I have written down.
All right.
So Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I think I'm trying to think of anybody not named Will Anderson, and I'm coming up.
Yeah,
blank.
see, I looked at all the names and I was like, yeah, there's no one but Will Anderson on this list that I would. I mean, you have Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter could be up for it, but there's so many other above average players on that Philadelphia defense that it's going to be tough for him to stand out.
Now you're going to say shit, but I'm just going to say it. Will Anderson is primed kind of like Hutchinson was in Detroit because he's going to a situation that was not good.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he? Like Jalen Carter could easily be impactful, but he's surrounded by so many good players. I think it's going to be hidden. Where Hutchinson was good and it was known, and he anchored that defensive line immediately. I think that's Will Anderson's opportunity. Who the fuck else plays defense for the Houston Texans? Exactly.
That's a solid question. I'm pretty sure Shaq Griffin plays for the Texans.
I don't know that. I can't.
I'm fairly certain he. It's true because Dave said it earlier during our Immaculate Grid, and plus I'm fairly certain I was starting to.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
I mean, it's
you cheating.
Maybe a little bit. I don't. Who else was on the list for the betting lines for it though?
Oh God, I didn't write those down because I don't really care.
Yeah,
I just wanted to see what were like my favorites and who did I think.
Sure.
And this one seemed the most like clear cut outside of Comeback Player of the Year. That's why I didn't even write it down.
Okay. I think that this next one's a little more interesting. And that is Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Who do you I think my pick was 5th or 6th favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you're gonna have the quarterbacks are up there pretty high. Stroud, Young.
I think both of them bombed their first year.
I think Bryce Young has a better chance just because I think he's the better quarterback.
I think actually another quarterback is a favorite out of the quarterbacks, and it's Anthony Richardson. I think he's in the best position to succeed out of quarterbacks, but I think a wide receiver wins it.
Is there any chance Will Levis sneaks in there with he jumps for Tennessee? Tannehill bombs the first 4 years and they go straight to Levis? And
I think there's a chance, but he would have to jump pretty early for that.
I'm saying is
What's up, Diggs? How we doing?
If they start off 0-4,
I think there's an opportunity.
And then he gets them he goes 6-6 or 8-4 last 12 games.
If he puts up, do
I think it's going to happen?
If he has a winning record for the Tennessee Titans, I think yes. But I think if you're talking about situations for a rookie to succeed for the quarterback position, at least, is Anthony Richardson. He has capable receivers. Eventually, he might not have him, depending on if the Colts trade JT. But
they're not. I don't think they are.
I don't think the Colts have the best offensive line out of the teams with rookie quarterback starting. technically speaking, this team could make it to the playoffs. I don't see it happening. The AFC is so loaded that it's hard to believe that the Colts could make it unless they win the division.
Yeah.
But I think some of the receivers are going to be interesting. And I think, and this is honestly who my pick is, the offensive rookie of the year is going to come out of Atlanta. It's going to be Bijan Robinson.
Interesting.
Well, he's gonna have the most eye-popping numbers because who else other than Kyle Pitts is so wishy-washy. He can't score touchdowns. Yeah. Drake London had a solid rookie year, so he could honestly take a jump. And Desmond Ridder is your starting quarterback. I think your number one option is going to be Bijan Robinson for running and passing. I think he's going to put up some pretty eye-popping numbers among rookies.
See, I have a running back, but he resides in the NFC North. And his name is Jahmyr Gibbs.
I like that pick, though.
Yes. I believe everyone we just mentioned, outside of Levis, those three quarterbacks, Bijan, and I think there was a wide receiver, were all ahead of Gibbs.
Probably Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Because
it might have been Addison. It might have been Addison.
Well, Addison could put together a good rookie year because they're going to be double teaming Jay Jetta the entire fucking game.
I don't think it matters. I think Jefferson goes fucking bonkers, but not the point. Yeah, I have Gibbs. I don't trust the quarterbacks. You just can't.
Well, your disdain. Well, let's go through the list. Your disdain for everything Ohio State is going to, no matter what, is going to eliminate CJ Stroud. I personally don't think CJ Stroud has a good rookie year either, just because his weapons are, God, I don't even know. Rookie, they signed someone, but he's not that good. Their best player on offense, the Texans. The best player on offense for a weapon is Dalton Schultz, the tight end. Running back is Dameon Pierce, so I think Dameon Pierce still gets the workload. I think he's the best offensive player for the Texans still. So I don't see Stroud. Bryce Young, he has better weapons, but the offensive line is so bad that I think he's going to be running for his life for the entire rookie season. I still think it's either going to be a running back or it's going to be Jackson Smith and Jigba. And the only reason he could have eye-popping numbers is because they have DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and the most capable quarterback outside of
I think Gibbs has the most clear path outside of the quarterbacks. Like, I mean, Bijan you can argue, but I think he's the favorite, so I don't want to take that. But yeah, I mean, Gibbs is the starting running back. He doesn't have a Jamal Williams or DeAndre Swift there. There's no, I mean, yeah, he's got a Montgomery, but Montgomery and him are so different. Mm-hmm. Gibbs can kind of do it all, similar to Bijan. So I think, yeah.
Plus the weapons in Detroit will not have everybody focusing on the running back.
I would say Gibbs is in a better offense than
100.
Yeah. Oh, okay. 100%.
That's what I was
you arguing? Okay, yeah. I'm like,
Amon-Ra,
he doesn't.
Jamal.
So the stress levels that Bijan has to perform now is not as high as Gibbs. Is kind of where I'm at, and I think Gibbs is still going to thrive. But I think that's why he's going to end up taking it.
Could any of the rookie tight ends nudge their way into the conversation? No. I'm not saying win it, but could they nudge into the conversation like Kincaid or Musgrave for the Packers, Kincaid for the Bills, or Laporta for the Lions? I think Laporta has the best
because I don't think Kincaid's going to really start going until about halfway through the season.
Mainly because Dawson
Knox is there.
Yeah.
Musgrave is fighting his own battle and with two rookie tight ends. So if one struggles, the other one might get run. So they're kind of going to fight with each other essentially.
I think Musgrave wins that match.
I do, but I just think if Musgrave kind of takes a couple lumps, as most rookie NFL tight ends do,
valid.
They have another one to be like, let's see what he gets. Let's try to maybe do a little more two tight end sets, kind of put him in a little bit more easier situations.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to have a record-breaking performance by a rookie tight end for them to be
100%. But I just like to stir the pot every once in a while.
No. I feel it. I just don't see any path to that. But
comeback player of the year is already decided.
So here's my thing. I shit on the Saints a little bit. Okay,
we all do.
No, I know, but when we picked, let's see. Let me go back to the big board here, quick.
Are you looking at Coach of the Year?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Listen.
My God!
Listen, man. I have 2 picks. My first pick is the Mr. Obvious. It's Robert Saleh. Okay.
False.
However,
That's not the obvious pick.
Well, for me, it is. It's obvious.
It's Doug Peterson, and I don't think it's close.
Oh my God! Fucking Homer.
Homer? No. Jacksonville Jaguars do.
Oh, I'm thinking.
Sirianni.
I don't know why you just. I don't know why you said
Sirianni.
Doug Peterson, and mine went to Philly.
Because he used to be the head coach.
I know
of the
that. I
Philadelphia
know that.
Eagles.
I know that. I know
Jacksonville Jaguars head coach.
You
Doug
threw me
Peterson.
for a loop. That's fine.
I
No,
think
but
that's
here's
obvious.
the
I think
thing.
that should be. I think if
You
you
want
look
a
at the
fucking
betting
hot
lines-
take. You want a fucking burning hot take. Now, I've been a fan. I'll send this to him because we communicate sparingly, and I've been following this guy for 8 years.
Okay.
His name's Nick Lamb, or Nick Diaz, but he goes by Lamb. He runs a show called Veterans Minimum.
Okay.
He's been on I've been watching literally before it was his show, like 8 years ago. I've been watching him. I've been watching this motherfucker for a long ass time. Okay. They dropped their preview show, and they were talking some real shit. And I'm gonna rip it straight from them. I just don't want to make any bones about that. I was listening to it today. He swayed me. Originally, I had Robert Saleh. I have that written down. That was earlier today. I have since listened to their NFL preview. The Saints could have the best record in football. I know.
I'm waiting.
I thought it was
I'm waiting
fucking-
for the explanation because
I
I'm
thought
about
it
to
was
burn
fucking
that.
ludicrous. I thought it was fucking ludicrous. Okay, let me go. Like I said, I am pulling this directly from them. I do not want to sound like I am intelligent. I copied this, and they
You're
swayed me because they make a
intelligent. You're
great
on this
argument.
podcast, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. That's why I understand that. I'm intelligent. However, what I'm about to spew is not my own. I don't know. I do not claim it as my own. I just want to make that very known. That I highly recommend going to take a listen. The Saints play 13 of their 17 games in a dome, inside. Okay?
God damn it, you're going to make me look up their
I
schedule.
know. The 4 games that they don't, which would be the Titans, the Panthers, the Packers, the Patriots, and let me see, who is the other one? The Buccaneers. Those are the 4 teams they don't play at home, or they don't play in a dome, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers and Packers are 2 of their first 3 games. So when they're going to an outside place, they're going to Carolina mid-September. Not a bad time to be in
So what
Carolina.
you're telling me is they don't play any cold weather games.
Correct.
Okay.
When they go play Green Bay, it's end of September. We know it's a nice fall time.
Mhm.
It could be 50s or 60s. Nice day. Not frozen tundra. They go up to Foxborough first week of October. Also, not bad time in New England.
Could be a little brisk, but that's
A little bit.
worse.
But not like a snowy game.
Mm-mm.
And then when they go to Tampa,
It's Tampa.
the 31st of
Okay.
December. So the teams that their schedule favors the elements playing indoors, and when they don't play indoors, they're playing in very favorable areas for that time of year. Second, they have the easiest schedule in the NFL.
Okay.
They're in the NFC. Where do they play?
The NFC South, which is
And the
notoriously
Buccaneers.
are bad.
The Buccaneers. We think Baker Mayfield's the quarterback. Maybe Kyle Trask.
No, it's Baker right now. By the
I
time
know.
they play in the second time, or by the time they play,
But
him,
my point is, we don't know what Baker you're going to get. I think Baker's going to have a good year. Not really the point. But then they also play the Panthers. Dog shit. Ish. Twice.
Should
They
be.
play the Falcons. Probably dog shit. If you go and look, let me just list the quarterbacks they get to play. Okay? Ryan Tannehill. Does that jump out at you?
I mean,
No, it doesn't.
kind
Bryce
of,
Young,
not really.
Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Mac Jones, C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence. Okay,
That's an
good
L.
quarterback.
That's an L. Yeah, that's an easy
Anthony
L.
Richardson, Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins, Desmond Ridder, Jared Goff. Oh, now we're back in the division again. Bryce Young, Daniel Jones, Matt Stafford, Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask, or Desmond Ridder. Those are the quarterbacks. Name the elite quarterbacks out of that.
Matthew Stafford.
No, elite, not former elite.
Well, we don't know where we're going. Matthew Stafford could be elite again.
He could be.
He could be.
Could be. But Cup is probably
Especially by that time of the season with Cooper Kupp.
They might have only 4 wins. The Rams team is dog water. They're not good. Stafford, not the problem.
They have
Again,
pieces
just
of
like
good
Detroit
teams,
days.
like always.
But I'm just saying, all those quarterbacks I named, if you legitimately say right now, wow, I could probably say 2 of them
I would say
could get
one
troubles
of them.
with. Trevor Lawrence
I would say one
and
of them
maybe
is close.
Justin Fields.
Well, we've already established that Trevor Lawrence is borderline elite right now.
Yeah, spoiler alert, maybe
And
my
by-
MVP pick. So all I'm saying, out of the quarterbacks I just listed, you have one
Man,
bona fide.
you're really trying to piss me off today,
I know,
aren't you?
I know. Listen, I got on this tangent. I get it. But all those quarterbacks, one of them you can say right now is a solidified good quarterback in the NFL. One of them.
Let's poke some holes here.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Alvin Kamara gone first 4 weeks. Okay.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
So you have your number 1 wide receiver in Chris Olave. Your number 2 wide receiver
Yep.
is Michael Thomas, and you're not sure what the hell you get out of him anymore.
Right. But even if he is a smidge of can't guard Mike from back in the day, an ounce of that.
You're basically
Olave
you're
and Michael
telling-
Thomas are a good 1-2 punch. If
You're
Michael
telling me that Derek Carr is going to lead a team, and I'm just assuming what you think this schedule is going to allow them to get. 13 wins. That's what because that's going to be the number 1 in the
13
NFC.
13 and
Not
4. Football 13 and 4.
13 and 4.
13 and 4.
You think the Saints are capable of being 13 and 4? A very aged defense
They do.
led by Tyrann Mathieu and
That's fine.
Demario
Lattimore.
Davis, right? And Cam Jordan. Those are very aging defenders. Now, veteran,
That's
now good IQ, but you're telling me they're going. I think they lose week 1. They're going to lose to the Tennessee Titans. I think Derrick Henry.
Oh, no shot. No shot.
They
Right,
win
oh,
against they
they're
win
dumb.
against Carolina. They win against Carolina.
Realistically, listen, we don't got to go through the
They could be
schedule.
1 and
That's
2.
not the
They could be
point
1 and 2 by week 3.
here. No.
Because you're going to tell me that you think the Saints are going to win in Green Bay when Jordan Love.
I have them lose. No, I can tell you who I have them losing. I think they sweep the division. All 6 games. I think they lose to the Packers,
Panthers, Tampa, and who?
Panthers,
Atlanta.
Tampa. Yep.
I think Atlanta takes 1. Otherwise,
Fine.
yeah,
if they
I
go
can see
5
it.
and 1, I
Otherwise,
give you
yeah, I
that.
can see it.
Okay. I have them losing to the Giants.
That's
I
not
have
a
them-
surprise.
I have them losing to the Packers. I have them losing to the Jags in 1 conference game. Maybe you could, if you wanted to argue the
I'll make an
Lions, I
argument
can
for
go
the-
12-5. I can go 12-5 and feel okay about it.
They are not beating the Lions. I think the Lions are going to be in
Fine,
by
but
that
they-
point cruise control.
But I would say they have a better chance of beating the Packers than they do the Lions because they're at home versus the Lions.
Well, and the matchups are a little bit better.
I'm just saying, if you want to give or take, they could lose both. They could. I don't think they win both, but
Who's
they
their head
split.
coach?
Dennis Allen, coach of the year. Book it.
I think he's
Number
schemes
1
his way
seed in
out.
the
No.
NFC. We've also
No.
said this. The NFC is bad.
The NFC is bad.
dog shit outside of your Eagles. But
And the
the
Niners.
Eagles,
Niners.
your division got better. Your division got better. You're going to regress. I'm just saying, you guys had a great run, no doubt. But statistically, you're going to regress a little bit. I feel like I'm just saying I was convinced. I looked at the schedules. I looked at the
wait
quarterbacks.
until we make this tier list and I shit
I
down
don't know
everything you're saying.
why. I have to go back and listen to the NFC South the South preview because I don't think I was nice to the Saints, and that's on me.
No, because the NFC South
Coach of
is
the year.
dog shit. because the
Yeah, I
NFC
know.
South is dog shit, and we
Yeah,
all
and-
said that
and
it's
here's
dog
the thing
shit,
that-
and what's
and-
going to happen when the season finally starts? We're going to realize that what you said makes sense right now, but until they play the games and we see the entire NFC South be below 500 at the end of the season, we're all going to laugh at this and be like, "Wow, what the hell were we thinking?" Because
No,
we do that
because-
every year. Although
because
last
those
year
other
we were
three
pretty
teams-
spot on.
Those other 3 teams got worse. Or more question marks. Carolina bailed ship on fucking DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey last year.
Okay,
So Carolina, worse. With a rookie quarterback, worse. Tampa, who was the quarterback from Tampa last year?
he's on my fantasy team. Tom Brady.
Exactly. Yeah. And now it's Baker Mayfield. Worse. With now, I still think Godwin and Evans are good.
So how far below Derek Carr is the next best quarterback, and probably Baker Mayfield, which is painful to say.
Large.
That large. So we're going based off. So we're looking at a division that last year every single team was under 500, and we're
Correct.
about to look at the same thing this year.
I'm
I
about
do
to
not
say
see
13 and 4.
13 and 4 is ass.
That's fine.
All
I'm
right.
just saying it's a hot take. Coach of the year. If that happens and they have the number 1 seed, even if they go 12 and 5 and have the number 1 seed, you're telling me he's not fucking coach of the year? I'm just saying.
Oh, he would 100% be coach of the year,
I know,
but I don't
I
see
know.
that happening. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
I know. But look at all this. What I just laid out. Look what I laid out. Where they play, who they're playing, indoors and outdoors. They play They play 0 bad outdoor games.
I agree.
0.
they don't play in the elements until the playoffs.
And granted, they're in the NFC, so they get the benefit of playing dog shit quarterbacks because they've missed the Eagles.
And the Niners. Well, I guess you can't. Yeah, never mind.
Their best quarterbacks they go against is Trevor Lawrence and Jared Goff.
Yeah, and Kirk Cousins.
Fine.
I'm not
Ben
propping him
Stafford.
up anywhere, but I'm not trying to prop him
I'm
up
just saying,
anywhere.
listen, I know I went on this tangent. I understand that.
That was a
I
long
felt really
tangent
strongly about it. I know.
For coach of the year.
I didn't think I was be hopping on the New Orleans Saints bandwagon this year, but fuck. I'm here.
Jesus. This is as bad as fucking
Coach of the
Tyler
year.
with the Falcons
Coach
the
of the
other
year.
year.
Coach of the year, Dennis Allen.
Next,
What do you got?
I got Doug Peterson. I don't think it's
Yeah,
close.
okay.
I don't
Okay.
think it's close.
Okay,
That should be he should be a favorite this year.
This is true. All right, I'm gonna go defensive player of the year. Who you got?
Micah Parsons.
Fuck you.
So actually, I'm just kidding. Sauce Gardner.
Okay,
I think Sauce takes a humongous jump because he doesn't have as much responsibility thinking that the defense has to be stout, that he just relaxes and plays ball, and by the end of his career, he's going to look like fucking Darrelle Revis in New York.
Okay, here's the thing. My boy go gets his second defensive player of the year. It's TJ Watt.
I don't hate it.
He's back. That defense is loaded,
Very loaded.
and he's
I'll agree with
breaking the
that.
NFL sack record.
Who won it last year?
Donald?
No. Donald wasn't he hurt for a part of the year?
I don't remember. Oh, I should remember. Let's see.
The reigning DPOI.
Bosa. Nick Bosa.
Yeah, it was Nick Bosa. He will not repeat.
No.
I do not
Going
care
back
what
to
anybody
Pittsburgh.
says. There is a
Going back to
0% chance.
Going back to Pitt. The guy already should have 2, by the way. He should already have 2. He's going
TJ?
Yes. He got fucked in 2020.
I'm fine with that.
So I got TJ Watt. No tangent, just him.
I got Sauce just for the solid fact that
I like
he won defensive rookie of the year, and the next person wasn't even like on a radar. Like it was
That's
him,
true.
and then an island's worth, and then the next player. I think Sauce is going to be one of the greatest cornerbacks to ever play professional football.
Okay.
That's how high I am on him. The rest of
Okay,
the Jets can fuck off.
Nah, that's sir. Hold on, I gotta send this out.
No, you're good. You're good. Let's see. I'm just kind of I'm trying to think if like there's any other player that would be on the radar.
For defensive player of the year?
Yeah, and I'm
Parsons,
coming up blank.
Gardner.
It's always an edge rusher. It's gonna be an edge rusher. I don't
Should
even know
be.
why I'm thinking that it's gonna be Sauce, but Sauce will at the very least have at
No,
least
I like
one
Sauce.
DPOI.
I like Sauce. Okay. Offensive player of the year.
Hold on,
Joe Burrow.
just ripped my audio cord out. There we go.
Joe Burrow.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to repeat maybe. What are we looking for? MVP or offensive player?
No, offensive player of the year. Now, I understand usually the offensive player of the year goes to the second best player because the MVP usually goes to the first best offensive player.
No.
Yes.
MVP is a quarterback award. Offensive player of the year is a position player award. Look back in the past of all of those.
I understand that, but usually the offensive player of the year is used to stroke the ego of the guy who couldn't win the MVP. So, for example, we all would have loved to see Justin Jefferson win the MVP. However, he got offensive player of the year. So
because he was the best offensive player.
Which makes no sense because if it was Patrick Mahomes, then he wasn't the best offensive player. My point is that's my point. So here's my scenario. I'm going to spoil my MVP. It's Trevor Lawrence.
Jesus fucking Christ, we're fighting.
I have Trevor
Lawrence.
What's
up, Corey? How we doing, buddy?
What up, Corey? I have Trevor Lawrence going to the AFC Championship game against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Thank God you didn't put the Chiefs there. Chiefs are not
Fuck
going to. No, Chiefs are. They're not going to be dog shit.
I have Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence going. They're going pass for pass.
You're definitely getting some love from the Jags fan.
Damn straight. And then Trevor Lawrence is going to have a fucking show out game. He's going to lock up the MVP, but they would have been so close all year. They have no choice but to give second place offensive player of the year to Joe Burrow.
So here's my thing.
That is my take.
So first of all, I'm going to let Corey talk. That Jags team is insanity. I'm sure the betting odds on T-Law are at least decent right now, which they are. But so now with Trevor Lawrence winning what you think MVP, do you think there is who's going to be catching all of these passes? Who's going to be racking up the yards? Calvin Ridley?
Roulette Ridley.
Do you think Christian Kirk?
Kirk.
Evan Ingram?
Travis Etienne. Evan Mammogram. Yes.
Evan Mammogram. I like the pick, and I'm really fucking pissed that you picked it because I think he's going to be in the conversation, but who I want to say, and I don't. You know who I want to say. He should have won it last year, but he got hurt.
He's a bitch.
You're a bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Say it.
I want it to be Jalen Hurts because I think he's going to put up similar numbers to last year, and I think they're going to be slightly improved because he's going to possibly play the entire season. If he played all of last season, he takes home the MVP award.
I disagree.
I know you do because you like
Trevor
to
Lawrence,
disagree with everything. Trevor Lawrence should
plus 1,600.
So here, I think the MVP goes to. Are we doing offensive player of the year or MVP?
See, I had to spoil mine because I had to set up my interaction. Because I said Joe Burrow and Lawrence go head to head. I have Burrow winning offensive player of the year, Lawrence winning MVP because they're going to go back and forth. So
my offensive player of the year, if healthy the entire year, should win this award, and that is one Christian McCaffrey for the San Francisco 49ers. Honestly, I think Justin Jefferson could have an opportunity to repeat, but I think usually voter fatigue takes over with offensive player of the year really rapidly. I don't see another wide receiver coming up and challenging him outside of maybe Jamar Chase. Devontae could make noise, but it's Jimmy G throwing him the ball now. I think Christian McCaffrey continues. If stays healthy, he has the solid offensive line. He has the cohesion with Brock Purdy. Another like coming in. I am going to botch your name, but Saraba?
I can't see it.
That's okay. Well, thank you for another like.
Spell it.
Saurabh. Yep. All right. Well, thank you for the like. I am sorry I botched your name. But Christian McCaffrey has all of the. I don't want to say weapons. He is an offensive tool utility knife. He's good. I think he goes for 1,000 again. And it's going to be a great year for him. Thank you, Corey, for the like. Really appreciate it. And then my MVP,
Yeah,
I
who
think
is it?
they have a bounce back year after suffering a crushing loss in the playoffs. I think
No.
Josh Allen picks it up and gets an MVP this year.
You know,
I
here's the
want
thing.
Trevor Lawrence. I want Trevor
Here's the
Lawrence to
thing.
win it, and I will be insanely happy. But I see
You know
Josh
what?
Allen. What?
You know what?
You hate that, don't you?
I think Josh Allen is out of the top 5 in AFC quarterbacks by year's end.
By the year's end, I can see it. Not
Yes.
right now, though.
No, because I think by year's end, Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence.
Shut the fuck up with Aaron Rodgers.
Is that not 5? Is that not 5?
5. Aaron Rodgers is not a top 5 quarterback in the fucking AFC right now. You take that shit
By
back.
year, did I not
Top
say by
10.
year's
Top
end?
10. Yeah, it is amazing.
Did
It
I-
is. I agree with Dave. Make or break year for Josh Allen. It's 100% a make or break year. It's also a make or break year for Stephon Diggs, because if Josh Allen and the Bills don't at least make the AFC Championship game again, and I think the Super Bowl, I think it's Super Bowl or bust. I think Stephon Diggs asked for a trade. I think he is on the move. I don't think Stephon Diggs stays in Buffalo for another year.
No, I disagree. I don't like that. That seems like they're going to blow everything up. That seems wrong. Josh Allen is still a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, no matter what. I'm just going to put that one out there.
I can't believe we're putting Aaron Rodgers over him.
By year's end,
And it won't. He won't. He won't.
he will. He will.
No,
I have
he
full
won't.
fucking hot takes. This
Yeah,
is-
that's fine. But your hot take is hot garbage.
it's volcanic.
Aaron Rodgers,
I know.
by the end of the year, and you saw it last year in Green Bay. Yes, he's rejuvenated. Yes,
Fountain of youth.
fuck off. He's not Tom Brady. He's not going to
better.
play. He doesn't have the wheels that he once had.
He's
No.
Garrett Wilson is a young Devontae Adams.
At like
Brees Hall and
3 inches
Dalvin Cook.
shorter, 3 inches shorter, and less route
Brees
running
Hall
ability.
and Dalvin Cook are a better Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. They're tight ends.
There's a reason
Just as
Dalvin
bad.
Cook. It took Dalvin Cook forever to get signed. There's reasons.
So you're telling me Zeke's better than Dalvin Cook because it took him longer to get signed?
No, I think Zeke is
Yeah,
dog
exactly.
shit and washed up.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate Zeke.
The only thing that Zeke has is goal line at this point, and even that he doesn't have. Or he could play center for all I know.
I'm just saying.
Josh Allen for
Sure.
MVP, in my opinion.
That's
Moving
fine.
along, because we could talk this all day.
No, we could not do that. We don't know how to do that.
We talked about basically Big Ten for 45 minutes last week. We are
Yeah,
fully
that's
capable
fine.
of talking.
Yeah,
one
I
topic.
did just throw us on a tangent of NFC South for a good 15, 20 minutes.
That's very true. By yourself.
Okay.
You had no backup on that. That was all
Listen.
you.
I had to set it up because it's my Coach of the Year pick.
All right.
That's fine.
So
okay.
that's every.
Okay,
Correct.
what do you want to go into next? We got more NFL. You tell me. We could go into some locks. We could go into our tier list.
I'd like to finish with locks of the week. I want to.
Okay, that's cool.
Locks
That's
of the
cool.
week to be our send off.
I have a lot of I have 3 locks for NFL, 3 for football, college football.
I was gonna say, isn't the NFL football?
Yeah. Okay, so
Do you want to tier it up?
yeah, fuck it. Bring up the tier list. Fuck it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So now we are going to, while I'm attempting to get this all settled, because
Share,
I know what the hell I'm doing.
present,
I'm working
share,
on it.
screen.
There we go. All right. So if you watched our show in the past, we did this last year.
We were
we kind of
awful last year.
we were spot on like 2 people, and then the rest of it we were
We
absolute
were
dog shit.
so wrong on the
We were
fucking
so
Arizona
bad.
Cardinals. And Kyle, this is when
The Rams.
Kyle Davis said that the Chiefs were bad. Just saying.
I say that every year, and I'm
Yeah.
going to continue to say that every year. I am notorious for saying that every single year.
Okay, so how do we want to go by division or by conference?
Sure. Let's
Sorry,
start
no.
AFC or NFC.
NFC, because there's a lot more dog shit there than there.
Okay.
So let's go down. So here's our tier list. Here's our categories. We have 6 categories.
Mhm.
Super Bowl favorites. So realistically, it should be what? 4 of them?
Super Bowl favorites should be 2 teams. Those are the 2 teams that
We're not going to agree on that. We're not going
Well,
to agree on that.
We'll try. We'll do our
Well, we
damnedest.
should probably for our picks. I
Also,
would pro-
we
this
would
is
like.
gonna go ahead.
Hold on. We would like some feedback from you, the fans, as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Who has a better year? Hold on. Sidebar. Who has a better year, Fields or Love? I think this is it's a decent question, but I think Love.
Stick to baseball, Corey. That's a joke.
That. Don't do that.
It's Jordan Love.
Although we do need to get a couple baseball episodes in here.
Yeah, because my fucking Cubs are a game and a half back because they just swept the Giants and the Brewers fucking suck. I can't wait. My God. Sports are so back. Okay. So, Super Bowl favorites. Don't believe.
Lie to us. Don't lie to us, Corey.
I don't believe that we have the same Super Bowl matchup. So,
no, probably
my
not.
Super Bowl picks are probably going to be my two and then your two. Those will be our Super Bowl favorites.
All right. Well, I'm going to put one of mine in here real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Who are they playing?
Oh,
I thought you. Okay, I saw you go over the Dolphins, and I said, "There's no fucking way."
Hold on. Let me. This list doesn't make sense. So, like Jacksonville should not be the last team. That makes no sense. So a lot of people are going to say the Chiefs.
Yeah, but I want to know.
I think both of us do not have them. I actually think we have a surprise pick, and I think it is the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, dear God. Okay, so our AFC team is the same. Fuck. Okay, go back to NFC.
Corey, shut the fuck
Woo! Up. Shout out!
Jesus Christ. All right.
Go back to the NFC. Do you know who I'm going to pick? I'm curious if you know.
Let me look. Hang on. Oh, my God. If you fucking pick the Saints, I'm going to
Damn fucking right, baby. We are going all in.
No, we're not.
I am.
I'm not. I will not put them there.
Will you put
I
the
will
Lions?
not put them there. I would put the Lions. I'd be fine with putting.
Ahead. Because
I
that's
would
why
put
I'm in the NFC Championship game. Motherfucker.
Okay, so that would be Super Bowl contenders then.
No, they're my favorite. Why is your two favorites get to be in there, but mine?
No. Hang on. All right, let's start this again. Let's start from the bottom. Let's start from the bottom. Let's make this a lot easier.
Okay, fine. To the people
number one
at home,
pick.
Shut up. I'm explaining what list we have. We have the bottom tier, number one pick contention. Right above that, mediocre at best. Above that, potential wild cards. Then we have playoff teams, Super Bowl contenders, Super Bowl favorites.
Okay.
So we're going to start with number one pick contention. Otherwise, we're
in
going
the
to
NFC, who's going to be there for the number one pick contention?
The Rams.
Let's make this easy. We both agree that they're going to be there.
Bingo. Easy.
Do we think the Rams are going to be in contention? Because
mediocre. No, I like mediocre at best.
Let's get that one at best.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I don't even think they're close to the wild card.
No, I don't either. I think they finished like 4 or 5 wins.
I got another one for mediocre at best, but I think people will disagree with this. I got the Commanders there.
I could see him as a potential wild card. It's all going to depend on if Sam Howell's good or not. We have no idea.
All right, let's leave it up. Let's leave it up to the comments.
I'm
Commanders.
Just saying, history would say you're right, but we don't know what Sam Howell is. We have no fucking idea.
Correct.
So I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with wrong. But leave in the comments where do you think the Commanders are mediocre at best or a potential wild card team? Looking this over, mediocre at best.
Oh God, yeah, at the absolute best, yeah.
Okay.
So
we're eventually going to have to put some of these teams in. Atlanta is dog shit. That is what I have gotten from my comments so far.
I'm okay if we put Falcons at mediocre and put Carolina at number one pick.
Interesting. Mediocre for Commanders. So I'm good with leaving the Commanders at mediocre. I'm fine with that. So you think both Arizona and Carolina are going to be fighting for the number one pick?
I mean, if we're going to talk Atlanta, yeah, I would say Atlanta's probably has a better chance of being better than Carolina.
Being better. Atlanta better than Carolina?
Yeah, so Atlanta mediocre.
Because I think they have some pieces, and we have... I agree with you 100%. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Because there's no strength to the Cardinals right now. They have zero strength. The other teams that could be... What about... So I'm thinking of teams that are going to be near the bottom. Where would we like to place the Chicago Bears? And Corey, you have zero say in this.
Probably a potential wild card. I don't think they are, but that is their ceiling.
So here's my weekly conversation of everybody all Bears fans trying to convince Eagles fans that Jalen Hurts had a very similar second year to one Justin Fields. So everybody in Chicago thinks Justin Fields is set for a massive jump this year.
They do believe that.
You can believe that all you want. I have no problem saying potential wild card, but we will feel free to move these as we feel. So I'm fine with putting them there for now. Don't get comfortable.
Let's clear up the NFC.
Okay.
Giants, playoff team. What tells you they're not a fucking playoff team?
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that for right now.
Lions.
Vikings. No. Let's get the Vikings out of the way because I think the Lions
potential
are
wild card.
Potential wild card.
So is Green Bay.
Green Bay. I'm okay with that.
They're a playoff team.
Potential playoff team.
They're the favorite to win. No, they're a playoff team. They're the favorite to win the division by far.
Why?
No, the Lions.
Oh, I thought you were saying the Packers were. I was like, where have you seen?
I want the
Packers
Lions are favorite. I just went with the rest of the NFC North.
I'm going to put the Lions here right now.
Fine. No problem.
I'm going to put them right here right now.
I want them one more, but that's fine.
That's fine. We'll get there. Because we got to get a team from the NFC.
I know.
A team from the AFC. So, all right, Tampa. We forgot about Tampa. I think they're here.
Either one.
I think they're here. I think they're right here. I think there's a lot of NFC teams that are going to be at that bottom tier. That could be at that bottom tier. Let's iron one out. Let's get this for a playoff team. I think they win the division. Personally,
fine.
I think I picked them for that division. Let's move them into San Francisco playoff team or Super Bowl contender.
Super Bowl contender.
Which they should be. Let's put them here. Let's put the Eagles here for now. Let's see.
Dallas
Saints.
Probably a playoff.
You think the Saints are Super Bowl favorites, but
it's my Super Bowl pick. They're my Super Bowl pick. Okay,
that's fine, but we have to balance ourselves out. This is why I was hoping we had.
No, the fuck we don't. No, the fuck we don't.
This isn't one person.
Our fucking list.
Yeah, our. All right, how many?
So I'm saying we can do what we want.
Dallas should be in the playoff teams, but probably they're going to be the wild card.
They're going to be a potential wild card.
Potential wild card it is. Who else we got left? We got. Did I get everybody?
Yes,
I did get everybody. Okay, now out of these three teams,
what?
Oh my God! You
it's
convinced
so
him
annoying.
Already?
It's gonna be so fucking bad. It's gonna be so bad. I hate it.
You can have the 1 seed, but you're not going through the Eagles, Niners, or Lions.
Okay, here's the thing: the Eagles and the Niners are going to have to play each other, and they're not even. I don't have.
Yeah,
to
possibly
face
at the
all
NFC Championship game.
No.
They could be the 1 and 2 seed easy.
I'm letting you know right now. The NFC Championship game is going to be the fucking Detroit Lions versus New Orleans Saints. Just going to throw that one out there.
So you just love dog shit takes. Got it.
And I have the Saints going to the Super Bowl.
I hate that you listen to one podcast.
No,
I
was just convinced.
You just flipped the entire script.
Yeah, it's what I do. That's what I'm here for.
I'm not. I will not put the Saints on Super Bowl favorites.
Then put the fucking Lions. Then put the Lions. You can put your fucking Eagles because you're a homer.
No. We should only have 2 teams up here.
No, we should each have our Super Bowl picks.
Fine. Okay, let's make that easy then.
Yeah.
All right, let's start at the bottom of the AFC. Who's going to be the worst team in the AFC? Texans?
Yeah.
Number 1 pick.
And then probably maybe Titans?
No. Broncos. No. Broncos have a better chance.
I think if the Broncos are mediocre, I think Titans are fighting for number 1.
God, the AFC is really fucking good. The Browns?
Mediocre.
Colts mediocre. I don't think they're going to be. We have Dave's opinion with Titans.
It's not wrong.
And all right, I'm fine with slotting them in, but I don't think Derrick Henry allows that. I think D-Hop retires after this year, honestly, after playing for the Titans.
So,
I mean, have we seen? Okay,
that's good.
All right, so now we're going to have to whittle some of these out because we can't have everybody in potential wild card because there are a lot of them. I agree. He is getting old. Dave, he is definitely getting old. Let's start with the Raiders because I think the Raiders are close to the mediocre. I want to put another line in. I feel like I want to put another line in here.
Of?
Like, God, potential wild card covers so much base. This should be a massive
Yeah, I know,
list.
but
this should be a massive list. For
the potential wild cards are the ones that are going to be fighting for the 5, 6, 7 spot.
Okay, did we miss? Okay, so let's see. We have
NFC, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 quote playoff teams, and then we have 4 potential wild cards.
So we need one more playoff.
That's,
oh no, you're right.
No, that's
right.
about right. That's
right.
That's about fair.
Okay. Injury prone QB and poor secondary. Raiders, I actually wholeheartedly agree. I think the Raiders are closer to number 1 pick than potential wild card, but I think
they're mediocre.
I think mediocre is definitely where they live. I think Jimmy G, although they made a lateral move, and I think it's a slightly worse quarterback going from Derek Carr to Jimmy G.
Disagree.
Okay, so let's see. All right, here's another one that's going to be borderline. Patriots.
I think they're mediocre at best because I think the Jets, Bills, and Dolphins are all fighting for a playoff.
Yeah, they're good because the Patriots should end up at the bottom of that.
So
division.
The Bills
that
should be
doesn't
a playoff
mean that
team.
doesn't mean they're going to be bad, but that doesn't mean they're going to be near.
So Bills that are a playoff team.
Bills playoff team.
I think the Jets are a playoff team, and I think the Dolphins are a potential wild card. So if you want to put them both there, I think that's okay.
I'm putting both of them in potential wild card. Or did
That's
you want
fine.
them both in playoff team?
No, they both can be potential wild cards. That's fine.
Okay. So let's get playoff teams, as in division winners, out here. Chiefs?
Yeah. Bengals, Jags.
Bengals, Jags. We'll move them
Yeah,
at some point.
we'll
Don't
move
worry. And then do we have okay, Ravens, potential wild card, right? I don't know if I think they're closer. I think they're closer to playoff.
I think the Broncos go to mediocre, and I think the other 3 are potential wild cards.
Okay, I'm fine with this.
Now we can move because we can move it up.
No. Okay, so let's start with the Ravens. Let's start with the movement. I kind of think they're closer to playoff teams just because the amount of weapons that Baltimore or Lamar Jackson was handed makes them a better team. Do I think they it puts them over Cincy?
I don't think
God,
they win.
No.
I don't think they win. So they're a potential wild card. They're not winning the division.
No. Okay,
right.
so yep, Jacksonville. Yep. And
so now for AFC we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6.
These are
7,
potential.
8, 9,
so these
9.
are teams. So these are teams that could miss the playoffs.
That's 9.
Correct. So now, who is a Super Bowl contender out of these 4 teams? We both think Jacksonville has.
I think it's Jacksonville, Detroit.
Okay, well,
in the
contenders. Let's just get into the contenders. Who can make Who can make the Super Bowl this year? That's what we're looking at.
You have to put the Chiefs there.
You have to put the Chiefs there.
And the Saints.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I guess.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna put them anywhere.
Look at
fine
those.
With
look at that NFC Championship game. You got the 49ers, Eagles, Lions, fucking Saints. I'm good with that. Okay.
So now, what are your possible AFC Championship teams? Bengals, Jags. That's it.
Bengals,
right?
Jags. Jags winning.
I'm putting them back down here.
Boom. Jags go up. Because isn't that who you picked?
I'm
Didn't you have the Jags?
I'm rethinking myself right now. Because I honestly, I don't want to. Thanks, Dave, for the like. Appreciate it. Oh man, he gave it a love. Look at that. We getting some love out here.
Woo!
Yeah. Thank you, sir. How do you feel about this? Only giving one AFC team for Super Bowl favorites.
2.
Do we really not think that the Bengals or the Chiefs or the Bills are Super Bowl favorites?
That's fine. The only reason we're in the favorites is because we're treating the favorites as our picks. And we both have the Jags.
Which isn't...
Unless you're changing, which is fine.
I really want to put the Bengals up there.
I'm not going to argue. That's literally my other AFC team. So
So I'm fine since I moved them up. I'm fine with them being contenders.
That's
I'm fine
fine.
with the Chiefs being contenders. I have no
Yeah.
problems with that. Technically, I have no problems with the Bills being up there, but because they're technically Super Bowl contenders year in and year out. But the AFC
But
is
I don't
so
think-
deep that I can't pick that many teams to be Super Bowl contenders.
Correct. I'd be okay because then we would have four of each division technically.
Mhm.
I'd be okay with it. But then the playoff teams.
So what do we
kinda
have?
light.
14 teams in the playoffs.
Are we
have-
missing? Are we missing any divisions? So we have the North, East,
Northeast?
South.
South.
Where's the West? We have the West as a playoff team. That's good for the NFC.
AFC West,
West.
is here. AFC South. Who's our? We got to pick an. That's the Jags, right?
Yeah. Central
North.
is the Bengals.
North is the bank. No,
North is the
Central.
Bengals. I don't know.
You
why I
said Central.
I know. North is the Bengals.
North.
South is the Jags. West is the
East is-
Chiefs.
East is the Bills.
There you go.
I
Cool.
actually don't mind this.
Tear it up, bitch.
It's
2,
beautiful.
4, 6, 8,
So
10,
how- so-
14,
so-
16, 18, 19. That means we have 19 of four. We have potential wild cards that we think 19 for 14 spots. I don't think that's awful. I don't think that's
I
unrealistic.
still think this needs to be flip flopped.
I don't. But whatever. That's semantics.
It is, and the only reason I'm okay with
But what
this is Anthony Richardson. I think Anthony
What if
Richardson
Anthony
could have a.
Richardson fucking great?
I said he could be Rookie of the Year.
I know. So I don't know why you would put the Rookie of the Year then back in #1 pick contention.
Because I'm asinine,
Yeah.
right?
I like it. I think it's a good list.
All right, I'm gonna have to save this.
Save
I'm
it,
gonna
send it
take
to the
it.
group because I will post some clips about it.
All right,
Okay. Wow, what a fucking list that was. Okay.
that was great. That was good.
That was good.
I like that.
That
I
was
feel.
good.
I feel
I
better
feel good
about
about it.
this list than I did last
last
year's
year.
list.
100%.
And we were
Okay.
so far off. I can't wait to see how far off we are again.
Okay, let's transition though a little bit back to college football.
I'm down with it. Let's get to it.
What a fucking week one.
Coach Prime.
Boy, were we wrong.
Holy shit.
I'm glad. I've never had anything wrong with Coach Prime. I think we said this like, hey, we don't know what he's got. We literally, I believe we said we don't know, but we're gonna err on the side that this team, that TCU was coming off a national championship appearance. You assume they're gonna be okay. I also don't think TCU played that poorly, to be honest, only losing by 3.
Hold on. Now, is that the biggest upset of the weekend?
Fuck
Or
no.
is Monday night's upset a
It's
bigger?
Duke Clemson. Duke Clemson.
Duke. No. Wait, now. Wait. Did you watch the whole game?
Yeah, I did. I
It
don't.
was- So
now-
that game is 2 miscues away from being super competitive.
I don't know about that. That's fucking.
Well,
They
they
turned the
were
ball
they
over
were on the
5
goal line.
times.
What's that?
Clemson turned the ball over 5 times.
Well, and 2 of them were within the
I know.
10.
I know, but they also won by 3 scores.
They did.
So
Did we?
even
I gotta admit, like, now that I watched the game, like, how did we not see this? How did were we just assuming that Dabo was going to figure it out again, like he does every single
Yeah.
year? Is that what we were just basing our opinions on?
I've always been as you know, I've always been a Duke basketball fan. I have never claimed Duke football ever.
Mhm. Nobody does.
I have sporadically watched a game here or there because it's Duke and I like the university, but I'm by no means a Duke football fan or aficionado. Okay.
Mhm.
But that team is not bad. Like they have a second year coach.
Mhm.
Apparently they've really bought in. I get some stuff on a Duke basketball podcast I listen to. They kind of cover a little bit of football as well. I've gotten a little bit more insider, like just what the murmurs are. Riley Leonard is a fucking dog. Fuck that professor for not giving him an extension, even though it was probably a joke.
Oh, it was 100% a joke.
I know. I don't. People are going to say Clemson fumbled the ball, legitimately fumbled, but like metaphorically, they just stumbled and fumbled their way and lost this game. I think this is more Duke won it than Clemson lost it. Now, 5 turnovers, 2 within the 10-yard line. Yikes. but Duke didn't look like undermatched. They didn't look like they were getting burned. They didn't look like they couldn't compete. It was, no, these teams were pretty evenly matched in terms of athletic ability, quarterback play, and all the important skill positions, time management, whatever. I think Duke is just a solid team, and Clemson's just way over fucking hyped than we thought.
They always are. They always are. Like, there's years, but since Trevor Lawrence left, they haven't been a playoff caliber team. They've had playoff caliber defenses.
They've been in conversation because of where they play.
Well, where they play in their defense. Their defense is what keeps them in games. Their offense has not been good since Lawrence
I was told
DJ
DJ who's your daddy was the problem. Turns out it's the coach. I think Clemson's run is over.
I have no problems with you saying that.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest upset. Only because I think we all knew Colorado could be good. We just did not know. Truly, we did not know. They were a brand new football team. I think they only have one guy.
Who was the MVP? Who was the MVP of that game? What was Shakur?
Travis Hunter. It's not Shador. It's Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter played 89% of all snaps.
I argued with people all weekend.
He played every defensive snap and over 85% of offensive snaps.
You ready?
The guy had 11 catches for 100+ yards and a fucking interception. That was a ridiculous display of athletic ability. That interception was ridiculous.
Oh, hell yeah. Now, can we flip gears and see where we were wrong? Because we were wrong about the Ohio State defense.
They're dog shit.
They held Indiana to...
They're dog shit. It's Indiana.
Well, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but to hold a team to 8 first downs and 153 yards
that's not even
total.
Okay, what about that offense? It was like 7-3.
No. You have to understand, because we both thought that their defense was going to be very bad. But Kyle McCord did not light the world on fire, which is what everybody was hoping for. No.
0 touchdowns.
But the problem that we saw and we thought was going to be their strength was their run game of TreVeyon Henderson and train him? No. It is they ran out 3 running backs for the most. Chip Trayanum, Mayan Williams, and TreVeyon Henderson.
Yeah.
They need to just make TreVeyon Henderson their highlight back, where they're just running him probably 15 to 20 times a game. They need Kyle McCord to show up. Otherwise, they're not going to win as many games as Ohio State fans want.
Yes, their defense still not great. Still not great. I'm not willing to concede that they have a good defense because they held Indiana 3 points.
Did they even get
it was 10-3 at half.
Yeah,
Indiana was in the game.
Yeah.
Going into the 4th, it was only 20-0. Now that 20-3, excuse me. Now, people are going to say, because I'm a Michigan fan, well, Michigan only won 30-3. Yeah,
that's
okay, but if you watch the games, that game was not close at any point. Sir, East Carolina got Michigan in their first drive, stonewalled them, whatever. But I'm not trying to turn this all Ohio State into Michigan. I'm really not. I'm just saying,
we'll move past it. This is more a Big Ten. We're more of a Big Ten pod anyway, because we have a lot of representatives.
But also, just speaking of upsets, because we were talking about it, and Clemson and Duke, Colorado over TCU, Florida State, LSU. I still believe in LSU. I'm not really ready to jump ship. I'm just not. I'm also not ready to jump ship on Nebraska, even though I think they're going to start 0-2.
They are going to start 0-2.
Probably. I'm just saying, my Nebraska take, I'm still willing to defend. I also think LSU. I think we underestimated Florida State, and I think LSU will find its footing. The game was close until the second half.
Oh, and then it got out of hand in a hurry. Right, but for majority of the game wasn't that out of hand, to be fair. So all I'm saying is I think that, and that's not really an upset. It was 5 over or 9 over 5 or something. There's 2 top 10 teams. Hmm?
So
805.
there you go.
But Jaden Daniels and Jordan Travis showed out. They showed
Both
what
of them
two
played
Heisman,
really well.
but
Both of them
showed
played
what
really
two
well.
Heisman Heisman prospects look like. Easily the game of the week. Obviously, I mean, never mind.
I honestly would. I would say Colorado TCU.
Colorado had more highlight plays. The storyline.
No, I know, but it was
like
a high scoring game. A lot of eyes were on that.
Yeah,
I think that
was the game of the noon window or the 11 o'clock window.
Fair, okay, fair. So
obviously, LSU Florida State got the viewers because it was a solo game by itself on ABC, and like it was beautiful. I watched it.
Yep.
I watched the whole thing. It was great to watch. It was incredible, but I don't know if anything can hold a candle to what we watched Colorado against TCU, because it was at edge of the seat from start to finish.
Oh yeah, four Colorado players having over 100 yards is ridiculous.
Now we have another Big Ten team to talk about because I have to talk about them, and you're going to have to talk about your team still.
Yeah.
The Wisconsin Badgers had a very inauspicious start to the Luke Fickell era. Granted, he has already coached a game, but now his playbook, his air raid, which doesn't make sense. It's like an air raid. They talked about the entire game. It's an air raid, a heavy air raid, which is they're going to pass the ball.
It's a specialized offense. It is. It has air raid aspects of it, but it's very.
He can't call it.
He's tweaking his air raid offense to fit the personnel he currently has.
Correct, because right now
that's what it is.
Incredible. He has two really good running backs in. I was going to say Jonathan Taylor. Braylon Allen and Chez Mellusi. Chez Mellusi had an 89-yard touchdown run that looked incredible. Yep. Braylon Allen had a couple highlight plays. Now we need to talk about Tanner Mordecai because I thought he was. I didn't have super high expectations, but I had more expectations than what he showed us, because it seemed like in the first half, he was like, all right, I'm going to air it out. I'm going to have fun with the ball. He missed on one pass, and then all of a sudden he throws one bad pick, and all you see is check down. Now, to win this game against Buffalo is fine, but if you're going to compete in the Big Ten, and now this is where I start lowering the bar from my expectations, which you're going to tear me down probably throughout the year, because the Badgers always love to just play with my heartstrings and then just stab me in the back.
Yep.
But I think Tanner Mordecai, this was a good learning experience. I think he takes this. Now he has a little bit of a step up. Granted, it's not incredible. It's not like Ohio State or Michigan, but they get Washington State. And a lot of the Badgers that are on there are going to be bitter about last year's defeat to them. And I think they come out swinging, but I seriously think that you're going to see still a lot of Chez Mellusi and Braylon Allen. Tanner Mordecai is going to pass the ball a little bit more, but 31 attempts in a Wisconsin game is more than you generally see. Generally, you see in the between 15 to 20 range. So he's making his changes. And I think it's necessary to really open up that run game. But that first half looked putrid for the Badgers.
Yikes.
But thank God they
half to Buffalo. Yikes. You almost thought it was a Washington State repeat.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden they realize, oh yeah, we have Chez Mellusi and Braylon Allen. Why are we not running the ball with them and a dominant offensive line? So I think this year and possibly next year, you're still going to see a very still Wisconsin looking offense, but you're just going to see the ball passed a little bit more. But I think it's still going to be short to medium range. I think it's still going to be Wisconsin looking football this year. And that spells bad news probably to watch Ohio State come in. And I think it's going to be competitive. I think Wisconsin can possibly win that game, but I still think more likely than not, that's still a loss. But I like what Fickell is bringing to the table. It looks different. It's better looking than just run the ball 50 times. He was only 40 this time.
Yep.
So thoughts on Michigan football? Week 1 Michigan football.
Listen. I saw what I needed to see. I've been saying this, that JJ McCarthy would need to take the next step. It's very similar in the concept of what Wisconsin is trying to do. Yeah, doubt that.
No, they've already got some decent recruits.
No.
Fickell's going to bring in some recruits. Don't worry.
No. So what Wisconsin is trying to do is become more balanced. They're a run-heavy team, similar to Michigan. We've said this. Michigan and Wisconsin are built very similarly. Just the coaching difference is staggering. Now the gap is closed a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. But holy shit, JJ McCarthy, and I understand it's against East Carolina. I'm not saying, oh my God. But 26 for 30 for 280 and 3 touchdowns. And we only rushed for 122 yards.
I'm giving you the floor. I'm not chiming in.
No, I know. I'm just letting some shit sink in here. Like, if JJ McCarthy can throw the football like that accurately and that effectively, and then supplement that with the best offensive line, and still, I mean, Malusi and Allen had the better week, clearly, than Allen or than Corum and Edwards, but they're still equally as talented. I'm not going to take anything away from the Edwards and Corum. They're both very extremely talented. Holy shit. Michigan is winning the fucking national championship. Like, McCarthy looked very comfortable throwing the ball. The wide receivers were separating.
Where's Keith?
I don't know, man. I've always been waiting for a quarterback to come and play, and it looks very clear that Michigan is wanting to test the waters, throwing the football more than they have before. McCarthy was making all the throws. 280 for 3 touchdowns. Jeez, I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun when Big Ten football starts playing, and the defenses step their game up a whole hell of a lot, because we thought that Ohio State's offense was going to look good, and they are one of the few Big Ten teams that played another Big Ten team.
This is what you would have expected, like, an Ohio State quarterback to look like. Oh, really good passing game, not a great rushing. The quarterback won them the game. That's just what Michigan did.
No. Yeah, but Ohio State didn't do that. Ohio State's Kyle McCord did not have a good game at all.
I know that.
Which is what we expect from Big Ten football, is the quarterback's not playing outstanding, and the game's won in the trenches in most Big Ten matchups. That's where the games are won in the Big Ten. They're not the Big 12 where you see 500 yards passing.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but to compete, you need to have a little bit of a balance.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I 100% agree.
And Michigan is becoming more balanced, and that spells trouble for the college football playoff. Speaking of Big Ten and throwing the ball, I guess Drew Aller is a good fucking quarterback.
My fucking guess, Jesus.
This guy threw for 325 yards and 3 touchdowns. Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect that.
So we have let's take a look and see if there's any decent matchups coming up on the college football slate this weekend, and then we will get into our locks of the week. I know I mentioned Wisconsin, Washington State. That is on Saturday at 6:30.
We have Texas Bama this week.
Texas Bama is the marquee matchup of the weekend.
Ole Miss Tulane, top 25 teams. That's going to be a solid game.
I like that matchup. I also think that Texas A&M could make some noise in that Texas. That is not Texas A&M. Where the hell did they go? Who they got this weekend? Texas A&M, Miami. I think Texas A&M walks away with that one. Yeah, I think A&M is a better team, better SEC team than. I think they're going to be making some noise. I don't think they're going to make noise enough to climb them all the way into the top 10, but I think they're going to make some noise. I think the Pac-12 is going to be real interesting this year, though. I think our Washington pick it could be in danger this year.
I don't know.
Because
I think we're okay. Penix played out of his fucking mind.
Correct. And I think he's still a Heisman favorite. And he should be, and he will be a Heisman favorite. But holy crap, what the hell happened in Oregon?
Bro, they played a fucking dog water team.
Oh, I agree, but still,
there
were 2 teams that put up.
Yeah, but come on, man. Portland State.
I know what you're saying, but 70 points against any team is impressive.
I disagree. It's Portland fucking State. I can't like.
Well, okay, let's get this out of the way. LSU easily bounces back against Grambling State.
Yeah,
so they easily bounce back. I think USC keeps rolling because they get Stanford.
Yeah.
I'm
just saying, like right now, Notre Dame's about to go play NC State, Michigan playing UNLV.
That's going
They're
to be a great game. That is
they're
going
at
to be a
least-
great game. I don't care what nobody says.
at
Nebraska,
least, like-
Colorado.
Yeah, they're at least like better teams. Oregon played Portland State week 1. They should have put up 80. Like I just it's when they play the Citadel and those rum-dum fucking teams. I can't be like, yeah, they're great. I just can't.
Okay. What game are you more interested in? And then
Nebraska, Colorado.
Thank you. I was going to say Alabama, Texas, and
Okay.
Nebraska,
so let's get,
Colorado.
So let me get into my locks. I'll start with my college locks. Colorado, neg 2.5 versus Nebraska. That's ridiculous. I
They should
don't
be
think
Colorado should be favored by at least.
it is.
a buddy.
They are. They're. Yeah, I know.
They're
It's
basically
Colorado's
saying it's a
first game at
wash.
home. Well, I think it went up to 3, but last time it was negative
It
2.5.
is 3. It is 3. I'm looking at it.
But I mean, I'm okay if it was neg 7. I'm picking Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
It's Prime's first game at home.
Mm-hmm.
They're ranked now. I don't see any way they don't cover this. So that's my lock. Well, so mine is Colorado to cover up to 7 because it's probably going to move. I have them locked in at 2.5. Thank God. The other lock is the over of that game, 59.5.
Should be easy. Shouldn't even be
I
a
think
question.
Nebraska's offense, I think, still gets its footing and they can score a little bit more after a wishy-washy first game. But
So both of my locks come from the same game as well. Not the same game as you, but both the over, under, and
and I have one more. So my third one,
you're going to
Texas plus 7 at Alabama. I think Texas might win
Texas
that.
win. I don't think it's a might. I think Texas wins that game, and I think they win it going away. I think they win by a tutty.
Like I said, if Quinn Ewers doesn't get hurt last year, I think they win, and they only lost by 1 last year.
Mm-hmm.
I understand now they're at Alabama. I don't think Alabama's home crowd really affects it as much as like a Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan is like,
or Texas, even.
Right. But plus 7, I would have expected that more like 2.5 to 3.5. You're giving me Texas plus 7, 100%. I'm taking it all day. Lock. Those are my 3 locks. What do you got?
My lock is in the Oregon Texas Tech game. I got the line sitting at 6.5. Oregon's going to run away with this game. Texas Tech's going to put up points. Oregon has already proven they can put up points. The over-under set at 69. I think they blow away that over-under. I think it's going over by a mile. I think as the game gets closer, I think that line moves up. I also think the line for Oregon goes up. I think probably by kickoff, I probably think it's going to sit above a touchdown. Probably close. I don't think it's going to move as much as I want it to. I would put it honestly at 10. I have Oregon winning by 2 touchdowns, and I think they're going to score way more than 69 points.
Yeah, 100%.
Other locks that I'm just perusing down here. I can't believe. Oh man, that Notre Dame NC State game is going to be good. I can't pick my own team. I'm not going to pick my own team. They're only favored by 6.
Yeah. So those are the college football locks. Do you have any NFL locks?
Let me just,
because I do. I can start. If you
all right,
don't.
start it off.
All right. So my theme. I have 3 games here, all covering the points. Home dogs. Okay. Teams that are at home and are the underdogs. Browns versus Bengals plus 2.5. Browns. Give me the Browns points. Home dogs. They're starting the game off in division.
So you have the Browns beating the Bengals then?
No. I have the Browns covering
the
2.5. I think it's a close game.
Okay.
I looked earlier at like noon, so they could have changed a little bit.
If it was 3, I would agree. 2.5.
That's fine.
2.5.
I think it's a close game. I think it's a close game.
I agree.
Home dog, first game of the year. A lot could go wrong. Home dogs. Next pick. So that one's Brown plus 2.5. New York Giants plus 3.5 versus the Cowboys. Giants are a playoff team. Cowboys not that great. Okay,
they were both playoff teams.
I know, but so right, they're both playoff teams. Why should the Cowboys be favored on the road in a division game?
Because on paper, the Cowboys are a better team than the Giants. That's why. I'm saying on paper. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing.
The better quarterback. Give me Danny Dimes over Dak Prescott all day.
That's a bold statement, but
that's fine.
I don't disagree.
And then the next one. Jets plus 2.5 against the Buffalo Bills. I think the Jets win outright, but give me the home dogs. I want all of them. I might buy it up to 3 to 3.5, but I'll take any of them at this. Home dogs, first game of the year. I don't know. They're all division games, all three of these games. Home dogs. You're telling me Jets aren't going to be fucking hype as shit?
I agree. I mean, the stadium should be rocking, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdowns, 200 yards for Garrett Wilson.
What does that do to the psyche if the Bills come in and just absolutely ramrod the Jets?
I don't think it matters.
You don't think it matters?
No.
All of the hype, all of what the hell's the TV show?
Hard Knocks.
Thank you. All of the Hard Knocks, all of the hype around Aaron Rodgers being there, Dalvin Cook joining. Nope. What happens if they fall on their face in week 1?
They won't.
Aaron Rodgers is notorious for not showing up week 1.
That's not.
Do you really? I could bring up the last 5 week
I'm
1
just
matchup.
saying. How many times has Aaron Rodgers been blown out at home? It doesn't happen. He doesn't get blown out.
Was that Saints game in New Orleans or was that in Green Bay? Where he lost to Jameis Winston?
I think that was in New Orleans. That was like week 2 or 3 or something.
All right.
I'm just saying, with everything going on, the new look offense, all the hype around the Jets. I think the Jets pull it out.
So I got I got Dolphins plus 3 against the Chargers. I think the Dolphins come in and I want to believe in the Chargers every fucking year. I really do. I got the Dolphins for one of my locks. I don't even want to touch over-unders for the first week because week 1 over-unders are so sporadic. It's tough to gauge that. Baltimore's at 10. San Francisco. Here's a bold lock for you because I think this team is going to surprise a lot of people. Give me another home dog in the Pittsburgh Steelers 2.5 at home against San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, I'm in on that. I'm okay with that.
So I can't. It's, oh man, let me look. Let me keep looking. Minnesota at home, Jacksonville on the road. You could probably talk me into that Browns home dog. My other lock of the week is a road team, Detroit plus 4.5. I'll take the money line on Detroit this week. I got Detroit winning.
I don't mind it.
That's my lock. That is you can lock that in with the Kyle Davis stamp of approval. I have Detroit winning against the Kansas City Chiefs, especially if Travis Kelce doesn't play. That line is going to move very fast if Travis Kelce is not playing.
He's already ruled. Kupp was ruled out.
Kupp's ruled out. I'm going to take a look at my phone real quick to see if we have an answer quite yet, and I'm not seeing anything.
I don't think so. Nope.
No, I see nothing yet. So,
all right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next time you see us, the NFL will have it's oh my God, it's the greatest time of the year.
Can't wait.
You want to let them know where they can find us, buddy?
You can find us at MV3 Pod on all different sorts of platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can Twitter. You can find us at MV3 Gaming on Twitch. We go live every week on Wednesdays on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, you name it, we're there. You can find the audio version of all this. You can go do reruns on Twitch and YouTube. You can go find the actual, just the audio on Apple and Spotify podcasts or anywhere else you get your podcasts. This is MV3. That's Kyle. I'm T-Bone.
Later,
see you
guys.
Fuckers later.
The only thing with the White Sox, I say they've been coasting into the playoffs, and Tampa Bay's been having to win. It just depends on who gets hot.
The Philadelphia Eagles do have an opportunity.
To be honest, I thought you were going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
No, fuck no.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been that would have been warranted.
Paul George to show up again, and they need Reggie Jackson to be the best point guard left standing outside of Trae Young, who's hurt.